Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. Today we are making another side dish, and this side dish is going to be perfect for fall weather. It's perfect to go along with like a chili or a hot soup or something like that. I mean, what better side dish to make with a main course like that than cornbread? So yes, today we are making cornbread, but not just any cornbread. We're making a hot honey smoked skillet cornbread. So we're gonna make it right here in my 12-inch cast iron skillet. We're gonna smoke it today on the Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart. You can also bake it inside, but what's the fun in that? And we're gonna make it with this hot honey today, which is gonna give it that sweet and spicy flavor. Absolutely cannot wait to make this. Can't wait to try it. So let's get started. All right, so my primary cooking tool today is going to be this awesome 12-inch Sam the Cooking Guy cast iron skillet. I got this as a gift from my wife. I've been wanting one for such a long time. Love this thing, practically indestructible, and will hand down for generations and generations. Super high quality, it's really sturdy. Can't wait to cook on it. So for today's recipe, I'm actually gonna preheat my skillet. So my Pit Boss Platinum Series Lockhart is sitting at 375 degrees today. That's gonna be my cooking temperature. And so I'm gonna go ahead and just put the cold cast iron skillet onto the grates inside the Lockhart to warm it up. And while we do that, we'll go ahead and make our batter for our cornbread. All right, so I'm gonna get started here on my cornbread with some dry ingredients. First, I have 1 cup of cornmeal. Just gonna add that in here. Next, the same amount, 1 cup of just white flour. Next, I have a little bit of a mixture here. This is 1 teaspoon of baking powder, about a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of just regular fine granulated salt. All right, just gonna whisk those dry ingredients together here. And we'll just keep mixing here until all of it just is, well, mixed. That's what you do when you mix things. All right, that looks pretty mixed together to me. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside. All right, so next I'm gonna start with 1 stick of melted butter. I literally just melted this inside, brought it out here, so it's just a melted stick of butter. To that, I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of today's special ingredient, Mike's Hot Honey. Just some regular honey infused with chilies. So it's bound to be absolutely delicious. So we've got our butter. We're gonna go ahead and add 4 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm gonna add a 1/3 cup of just brown sugar. So 1/3 cup brown sugar. Oh, glad I didn't wear white today. All right, now let's just whisk this together until it's nice and smooth. Well, that is smelling incredible. I mean, it's butter, sugar, and honey. All right, that's looking good. Next, I'm gonna add 1 egg and about 1 cup of buttermilk. And let's mix it all up together. Again, looking for it just to become nice and smooth. All right, smells great. Smelling delightful. Comment down below if you want to just like take a spoonful of this and eat it. All right, with that mixed up, in go our dry ingredients. And let's whisk this together. Now the key with what we're doing here is we don't want to over mix it because we want to have that nice light fluffy texture to our cornbread. If we over mix it, that is not going to be the result. So we just want everything to be just combined. Friends, what you're looking at here is cornbread batter. All right, this cornbread batter is just mixed up together. Time for our next step. All right, I mentioned that the smoker is at 375, so we're gonna go ahead and open this up to reveal our nice hot pan. You can actually see the smoke coming off of there. That baby is hot. So to my hot pan, I'm gonna add about 2.5 tablespoons of butter. Woo, look at that. There it is. Get my heat glove on here. Kind of move that around a little bit. Just want to coat the bottom of that pan. Like so. All right, with my butter melted, it's time to go in with our cornbread batter. So I'm just going to spoon that in there quickly, just like that. There we go. I'm gonna just spread it out so that it's nice and even. just like that. And now, back in. We're gonna close this up. All right, now this cornbread's not gonna take very long, maybe 10, 15, maximum 20 minutes. I already mentioned that I'm smoking this today on my Pit Boss Platinum Lockhart at 375 degrees, and I'm using the Pit Boss Competition Blend pellets. I find that those are the most versatile pellets for really anything that you wanna cook, whether it be this cornbread or a brisket or even a dessert. So we'll come back, check in on it. Probably it'll be done and ready to eat in about 10 or 15 minutes. Now, while that cornbread cooks, we gotta have something to put on the cornbread, right? Absolutely. So why not make a real quick homemade hot honey butter? So I've got here about 5 tablespoons of softened butter. So this has just been sitting out in the house and softened up. To that, I'm going back in with my Mike's hot honey. Just gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons and mix that up together, just like that. Obviously, softened butter is key. You're really just doing this until the color is even in all the butter. It's got that nice, beautiful honey-colored tint to it. Give this a little taste. Oh, that's gonna be so good. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more honey. So when it comes down to it, that's 2 tablespoons of hot honey. All right, I'm gonna set this aside and we'll have it when our cornbread is ready. All right, and just like that, 15 minutes. There it is. Whew, that looks great. Now to finish this off, yes, one more little drizzle of my hot honey. And there it is. Oh my gosh, the smell of this cornbread is phenomenal. Oh gosh, it's gonna be so good. Okay, now I know that in the shot that I just got of this, it was probably like whited out and you could barely even see what it was. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna show this to you again, but first I'm gonna cut a piece of it out so you can see just how beautiful it looks. All right, I've cut myself a little slice of this. It looks incredible. Before I dig in, gotta have some of that homemade honey butter. Just a little bit of that right on the top. And now, you know what time it is. It's time to dig into this super simple, yet super delicious looking, and oh my gosh, the smell. Again, the smell. Homemade smoked hot honey cornbread with a little bit of homemade honey butter on top. Let's give it a try. Make sure I get some of that butter. There we go. Looks great. Here we go. Bon appetit. Oh, wow. Oh, the sweetness. A little bit of heat. Just enough. Oh, man, that's delicious. That's incredible. Man, I definitely want like some chili with this right now. So good. Going in for round 2. Talk amongst yourselves. Holy smokes. That is phenomenal. I think this has like the record for the quickest it's ever taken for me to smoke something on my Lockhart. But hey, 15 minutes well spent. Well, hey, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Holy Smokes Barbecue channel. This was super simple. Grab those quick ingredients, throw it together, have it. You'll love it. Your guests will love it. Your family will love it. Anybody around you is gonna love it. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And listen, in 2 weeks, we got our big 1-year anniversary special. It's gonna be something like we've never done here before. So I cannot wait for you to see it. So subscribe now, turn on the post notifications so that you are one of the first to know as soon as we post new content here on the channel. And hey, definitely check out one of these other 2 videos of something that we've recently cooked up here outdoors on the smoker, and I'll see you next time.